Chef Buck here, and today's video is all about Spam. Get the Spam cam down here. Camera girl, so we can encompass the wonderful world of Spam. I read on the internet that there are 14 varieties of Spam, but this is almost all the Spam that I could find at the grocery store, and I think it was all the same price. There was one that said bacon, but I didn't get that because I don't like that one, which actually is my mother's favorite. But I prefer regular Spam over that Spam. And I've never tried this Spam, which is sort of a healthier Spam. But I think I'm going to try this one today. But Spam is a canned meat. It's very versatile. You can use it in a lot of different kinds of dishes. You can fry it up and you can put it on anything. You know, you can use it for any kind of sandwich. I mean, there's just tons of stuff you can do with Spam, but Spam is something you never, ever see in restaurants. Until recently, at least in my experience. When I was a little kid, we always had Spam. And I thought of Spam as poor people food. And Spam stands for what? I don't know if there is a definitive answer. I read that it stands for Special Forces American Meat, or Special Army Meat, because this was kind of a military product. And that's how it got spread all over the world because of the militarization of pork. Spiced ham, a combination of spiced ham, a combination of the words shoulder of pork and ham. Now this isn't shoulder of pork. You know, I'll put some pictures of the different ingredients for each can of pork. But I wanted to try this one here because it has a lot less salt and fat. Now they've got this one here, which is Spam Light. It almost wants to float away. But this here, it says 50% less whatever. I'll put a picture of that in there. But it's still a lot. I mean, of all of them, this seems to be the healthiest Spam. Now the other non-Spam Spams that are supposedly healthy, you know, according to the ingredients, they kind of sneak a little chicken in there. And maybe that's why it's healthier. But Spam is basically a pork product. Is Spam healthier than bacon? I mean, there's bacon Spam. That seems like the ultimate bad decision. But is eating Spam a better decision than eating bacon? I should have some bacon in my hand here. I got to get with my producer about this. Oh, I'm the producer. But is Spam healthier than bacon? I wouldn't think so, because you can find bacon that has less salt and less fat than you can in a can of Spam. And bacon, I mean, it's pork, but it's not as processed as Spam. Spam is the ultimate in processing. But it's one of my favorite foods now, because like I said, you never see it in restaurants. It's like liver. You know, liver you never see in restaurants. And whenever I do see it, I'll order it, because you will once in a blue moon, and it's usually at a diner, because it's kind of a diner food, and I think of it as poor people food. So liver, Spam, it's all, I think I might have been a poor kid. But one of our favorite dishes to eat, I can smell my skillet heating up. One of our favorite dishes to eat when we were in Seattle was this breakfast that we'd get at a nearby restaurant, and they called it a Hawaiian Breakfast. And basically it was some seasoned rice, and then they would top it with some sunny side up eggs, and then a side of seaweed, dried seaweed sheets, and fried Spam. And we would get that every week, sometimes multiple times a week, because it was on the way to Camera Girl's job. But it was just eggs and Spam and rice. Today I'm just going to cook up super duper quick one of our favorite breakfasts with Spam and eggs. But I'm going to use the turkey Spam today, which I suspect is going to look a lot like the regular old Spam, which is right here. I've got some left over from a couple of days ago. Spam has a super duper long shelf life, which is one of the reasons it's so popular, and because it's kind of inexpensive too. But once you open the can, you know, of course it's going to be just like any other meat product. It's not going to, you don't want to keep it for more than a few days or a week at the most, you know, so use your judgment. But once you open the can, the clock is ticking. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up this regular Spam, and then I'm going to try this turkey Spam today. So it's just a little flippy toppy thing. It's a little less lethal Then the corned beef. You know, another one of my favorite canned meat products is corned beef. And that's a little more dangerous. But this is still kind of dangerous. I don't know why they have these razor thin thingamabobbies. But sometimes Spam is hard to get out. Sometimes you can do this here and it'll come right out. But a lot of times it won't. So you just got to give it a... And there you have it. And it doesn't look that different. You know, I couldn't really tell the turkey from the regular Spam, really, if I didn't have a comparison side by side. But we'll see if there's a difference in taste. Now for this simple breakfast, we're just going to serve each plate with 2 slices of Spam and 2 eggs. Although my mother-in-law only wants 1 egg. But I'm basically going to do these dishes up just like the Hawaiian breakfast we used to love when we were in Seattle. I can certainly feel a difference in the texture of these when I'm cutting them. But that's the difference between the turkey and the regular old Spam. And you can certainly tell that one is, just visually, you can see one is less fatty than the other. Now bacon, one of my favorite foods, is super easy to cook in the microwave. I used to never ever cook bacon in the microwave. But lately, you know, as I've gotten lazier and smarter, I have been cooking it in a microwave. But Spam, you really can't cook in the microwave. Because, I mean, with bacon, like I'll fix a plate of bacon and I'll cover it up with paper towels and I'll put it in the microwave and I'll cook it for 6 minutes. And then it's perfect. I mean, it's crispy, it's crunchy, it's delicious, and there's hardly any mess. But this here, you microwave it for 30 seconds and it doesn't look much different than this. It doesn't get any kind of color on it. It just looks like this here. And it's heated through and you can pull it out of the microwave and you can eat it. But that's not very appealing. But if you cook it long enough for it to get color on it, man, it's like a shingle. It's inedible. It does not microwave very well. I don't understand the science behind it. But you can microwave bacon. But I don't recommend microwaving this. Unless you want to eat it looking like this here, which looks kind of raw. But it's not raw. It's cooked. You can eat it just like this out of the can. You know, you can put it on a sandwich, make like a ham sandwich, but it's a Spam sandwich using this. But man, that's going to be too fatty and greasy tasting, I think. Some people like it like that. I'm not that guy. So we're going to be cooking ours on the skillet. Now come over here, camera girl. I got my skillet already smoking. It's already too hot, but I can't turn on my thingamabob because it'll mess up the sound. I'm not going to put any oil because this here already has a lot of fat and stuff in it. So I'm just going to throw it down here. And this is kind of a seasoned skillet anyway. But when you put your Spam in the skillet, you want it to start sizzling right away. But I'm going to go ahead and put all of my Spam in here. Hopefully all my pieces will fit. Just long enough to get a little bit of color. Boom, boom, boom. And you can get as much color on here as you want. You know, like I said, it's already cooked. So you're just cooking it up here to get a little bit of flavor and a little bit of color and texture. Alrighty, while my Spam is coloring up right here, I'm going to go ahead and throw some rice on a plate here. And this is some rice I already had cooked up. So I just heated this up in the microwave. The rice that we used to get in Seattle when we'd get our Hawaiian breakfast, it'd have some sesame seeds on it. Now we've got this everything seasoning that I'm going to sprinkle. It also had some garlic. Rice. Did it have garlic?
Yeah.
Well, this will have some dried pieces of garlic. But this isn't garlic rice. But yeah, this sort of looks like what we're used to. Does your mom want some of this, you think?
Just a little. Mm-hmm.
We got our rice base ready. Come on over here back to the Spam. Let's see what we're looking like. Okay, it's definitely looking dark enough now. And you can cook your Spam as long as you want and get as much color or as little color on there as you like. Come on over here, camera girl. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple of pieces of Spam on each plate. Oh, this is a turkey one. I remember that one because of that end cut. So one of these is turkey. I'll put with the most rice. That'll be mine. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Now, along with the Spam and rice, we like to serve this or it was served when we get the Hawaiian breakfast with these sheets, like sheets of nori. Now, Camera Girl and I, we always buy these big sheets here that we use for sushi. But mainly we've been using it lately. We'll just get these sheets of dried seaweed and we'll just slice them and we'll sprinkle them on salads. It's very nutritious, super duper flavorful. But I've been finding these little snacky snack things, and I've tried these and really like them. The teriyaki is my favorite, but I found this in the international section along with the regular sheets of nori. And these here are already cut up into little serving snacks. So we've been using this in salads, and I've been using this with these meals. And as far as value goes, these are actually cheaper than these.
What?
I mean, if you go by the ounces, cost per ounces and everything, this is actually a better buy. So if you like to try the flavor, then I recommend giving the flavored ones a go because it's cheaper. This is just dried sheets of seaweed. And I don't know, this used to be served with the ones that we would get in Seattle. What did we use them for? Did we actually use them to wrap up the rice and eat it?
Yeah, it adds some salt too.
Yeah, it's very salty. I'm going to put 4 on ours because we really like it. And for your mother's, I'll just put 2, or does she want 3? You
Put
think?
3.
Now we're almost ready with our breakfast. I just got to cook up my eggs. We would always get them served or cooked up sunny side up. Or you could do it over easy. Or you could do it scrambled. I'm going to do my mother-in-law's over hard. So really, any way you want to do your eggs is going to be fine. Although, having a runny yolk, to run over your Spam and rice, that yolky creaminess, I thought that was kind of an important part of the dish, But if you're against that, then you don't have to do that. Hopefully my skillet's not going to be too hot here.
What's the difference between sunny side up and over easy?
Well, a sunny side up egg is where you just break the egg. Well, we'll see. I'll show you here. I'll try to do one successfully in this cast iron skillet. But I'll do a sunny side up, sunny side up egg here. Boom, boom, boom. Now back up because it's going to splatter and the sound's going to be loud. But when we would get these served to us as a Hawaiian breakfast, they always served them as a sunny side up egg. And a sunny side up egg is an egg that's just like this. You just cook it through right here so it'll have an uncooked yolk. But you don't turn it over. Now the difference is, with an over easy egg, you would turn it over one time.
Oh. But you can still have a runny yolk.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a runny yolk no matter what. Now I think that the over easy egg makes a lot more sense because I could turn this over right now and I'd be set instead of having to wait for this to cook as it is. And plus my skillet is kind of too hot.
Oh, but I get that crunchy end.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we used to get these in Seattle, it would always have a very crunchy, crispy surrounding on the edge here. Now I'm trying to throw up a little bit of grease to cook the top of this here, but I'm not doing a very good job. But you can do that, and then that's kind of like basting your egg. We'll let these go. Let me go ahead and throw a couple more eggs in here. Or get my other sunny side. Oh, no, your mother wants an over hard egg, so I'll get her egg going. And with an over hard egg, we're just going to cook it like a regular egg, but we're going to bust the yolk. And then when we flip it over, we'll cook the yolk all the way through. But this here is my sunny side up eggs.
Beautiful.
Spread my rice out a little bit more.
Oh man, beautiful.
Alrighty, now here's your mama's egg. And I'm going to go ahead and toss this over. And since I busted the yolk, that yolk is going to cook all the way through. And then these here I'll do over easy.
Looks like you've done this before.
Oh yeah. I think at heart I'm a diner cook. I always liked cooking breakfast. I always liked serving breakfast. I always liked getting up in the morning and going to work. I never liked working dinner shift. Alrighty, so here we go. So for an over easy egg, you're basically just going to turn your eggs over one time. And your mama's over well egg is finished, so I'll just throw that on here. Boom, boom, boom. And I think these over easy eggs are done too. You don't want them to go too far and get your yolk cooked through. When we would get this here in Seattle, you know, we'd always get a little bit of sriracha to throw on there. But we don't have any sriracha sauce, but I do have some chili garlic sauce.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to go ahead and toss a little bit of that on here. I don't think your mama wants any. And I'll put this on the side of the plate here for us. Do you want the over easy or do you want the sunny side up?
Sunny side. Look at how beautiful they look.
Does this look like the old Hawaiian breakfast?
Oh, even the crispy edges. You outdid yourself this morning.
Now, can you tell if one of your pieces of spam is the turkey spam?
I doubt it.
It definitely looks kind of the same once you cook them up.
Yep, but I want to get my egg on here. Oh, look at that.
Even after me taking pictures for a couple of minutes, your yolk is still runny, sort of.
Oh, it is. All you want is that creaminess.
Just digging right into those eggs. This is a spam video.
Wait a minute. I already cut that.
Okay.
See? And then.
Oh, you're going to get the full effect, huh?
Uh-huh.
In Seattle, we used to eat at a place called Mia's. And it was near the college right off of Broadway. And we'd go there and we'd get this breakfast for $5.50. One of the best deals that there was. And you know what? I looked it up online to see how much it is nowadays. And it said that it's permanently closed.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what. There aren't a whole lot of inexpensive places to eat in Seattle. This here is a turkey spam. So I got a piece of turkey spam, I think. And then a piece of plain old here. Because this is, you can see this is from the can I just opened. But here, let me give you this here so I can do the wrap up and I can see if I can do a taste comparison. Poor old camera girl's breakfast is getting cold. See if I can get you a little sprinkling of pepper on here. Now this here is the turkey spam. I mean, I could see a difference when it wasn't cooked.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, I could definitely see a difference because it didn't seem as fatty. I really like the taste of it.
You haven't even
bust
released
my
the
yolk.
sauce.
Release that cracking. Look at that there.
Well, I don't know about the cracking.
But this is just eggs and rice and whatever. So there's nothing that exciting or groundbreaking about this here. So I'll just kill the video right here. Yeah, but I just wanted to show a good way to use spam. Spam and rice and eggs. It's a super duper delicious combo. It's kind of a nice change up for breakfast. You know, you don't have to have these seaweed sheets with it.
Oh, but it's so good.
But it is a really nice flavor.
It gives you different nutrients. Not that we're worried about nutrients with this breakfast.
Yeah, this here isn't a health nut breakfast. But anyway, I'll have some links down below if you want to go check out prices of spam on Amazon. Also links down below to our website, myfoodchannel.com. You can check out all our recipes over there. We got a link to a Patreon down there too if you want to support us on Patreon. I'm going to be putting some stuff over there. We've got a travel channel, all kinds of stuff. But thanks for watching and subscribing. Dinging the bell. Ding! We really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you in the future.